Hi there, it's Amy Kunkel, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and blogger at crazybeautiful.com. We're going to be doing a card today using the Your Perfect Day photopolymer stamp set, and I have gone ahead and cut my card front out already. It's 4 inches by 5 1/4, and then I also cut out a piece of printer paper. It's the same size, and I die cut my circle framelit out of it, and this is 2 3/4 circle. Okay, so I'm going to use those both, and let me show you how I'm going to do this. I'm going to just grab some washi tape, and just with some tiny little pieces I'm going to secure everything down. This I'm gonna just place right here and get my circle situated. I want to make sure this circle is in the right place when I get to finishing this card. So I'm just gonna add a couple little dots of this Tombow liquid adhesive and let that dry. Okay, this is dry now. You can also use like a removable adhesive. I just am out of mine, so I don't have any right now. I'm going to just tack it right down there and pull this off. I want to just have kind of a wood grain background here. I'll ink up my hardwood background stamp, and I'm going to stamp it twice. Once will be kind of on the bottom half, just because I want my boards running across. And I'm going to ink it up again and finish off that top. I'm just eyeballing it to line it up. It doesn't need to be perfect, it's just kind of it's going to be sort of a rustic background. I'm going to do just a light layer over this before I move on with crumb cake using my sponge. Okay, and the last step that I'm actually going to do on my card front is kind of a little trick I saw. I will track it down and link back in my blog post where I found it. I'm gonna just use my paper piercer and put some holes in the end of my board. You don't have to do this in a regular pattern. You can kind of pick where you want to put them. Okay, so then the next step, remove that piece, and we're going to place our mask, our overall mask back on. And this I would like to tape down, and I'm taping it onto my paper piercing mat because I'm using photopolymer stamps, and I really think you get the best result that way. Okay, so then I'm going to just put a couple of these on blocks. I'm going to start with some little flowers in my rose red. And this is a really tiny flower, so I'm going to sort of lay down my initial flower location, and then I'm going to stamp off. I'm just going to use that piece right there, and then add another flower sort of next to each of these. That's partially cut off on my mask. And this will just sort of help accentuate that masked area. I'm going to use a little bit of Mossy Meadow and get some greenery in here. I'm creating a floral wreath, and I'm just slowly building it with these little stamps. And the one that I did also want to incorporate, because this is going to be a wedding card, was the little heart plus heart, which I think is super adorable. I'm going to come back here and add a little bit of pink pirouette and sort of start filling in more of my flower wreath. For my greeting in the middle, I'm going to use crumb cake and the Just Married stamp. And then I'm just going to kind of look at it and see how I did, if I want to add more or just leave it. I think I like it. So my final touch is going to be using this mask to draw a line with my Dazzling Details. And I just used this, so it's coming out nice and evenly. And I'm just going to follow that line, kind of trying to stay on the inside of the line. And I might get it on my mask, which is okay. I just want to have a clean line on the outside of this. Okay, so after you go around, you're just gonna pull that up and kind of check it. Set this into your trash can or somewhere else to dry because it might have a little bit of the glitter glue on it. You might be able to see this better when I post it on my blog, so go over there and check it out. And for this card base, you could either go with white or crumb cake. I'll show you what it looks like with both. That's how it would look in white. Oh, I hate these kind of decisions. I think I'm gonna go with white. I'm gonna add dimensionals onto the back. But actually, while I have it flipped over, I just wanna show you another way to add holes would be to pierce from this side, which is the back, and then the holes actually appear coming forward, which is kind of cool. You can, oops, don't forget your glitter's wet. You can even take some of the holes and flatten them out a bit and push them back the other way if you sort of want a little bit of both. I think this card would be perfect for all these barn weddings that are all happening these days. Very cute. And you can also add a little message on the inside if you would like. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure to give me a thumbs up. That helps on my YouTube ratings, and also subscribe to my channel. Have a great day. Bye.